Why do you hate me? Why? Why can't I stand and walk away? Why is it so damn hard to stay? That was it because I got something to say. And I'm sick of all your problems lately. You need your drama so you keep me around. It isn't getting any better anytime soon. I'm sick and tired of being pushed around. So I'm waiting for the storm to save me. But everybody wants to shut me down. And I ain't hearing all the words you gotta say to me. Right now I'm trying to figure you out. You bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me? Why you try changing who I am? Now why can't I make you understand? Now understand that you're always about to come to an end. No one ever gave a fuck until right now. When they're all like, I'm giving it up. Fuck till I'm giving everything I ever had to give. But right now I'm just not giving a fuck. So what? So I'm waiting for the storm to say what? But you can bet I'm getting sick of your lies. Right now all the words you gotta say to me. Why should I even try? You bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why? You keep dragging me down. Slam my face into the ground. I ask you why. Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why. Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me? Yeah, wasn't always gonna be like that. You know it's always your way, but it just seems past that, yeah. The one day you're gonna understand that you were fine and working for too long and no one cares. Now all these people that you keep on your side, and they don't know you like I do, and all these secrets that you try to hide. Chasing where I'm always look at you. It's not the night when my back to the turn, and now I'm throwing you. You bring me down. Every time I turn around and I ask you why. You keep dragging me down. Slam my face into the ground. I ask you why. Why you keep beating me? I can't take this anymore. I gotta ask you why. Why do you drag me down? Every time I turn around and I ask you why. Why do you hate me?
Everybody, that song courtesy of my friend Jeff Land. He's a boy. He's a buddy of mine. He's from the Michigan area. He's uh he's a hell of a rocker. He's a guitar player, singer, songwriter. He's a hardworking man in the business. So I would um I would say that he's a talented artist, but nonetheless, I was thinking I might change the title of this. I'm not exactly sure what I should change it to, but let me see. Unboxing, not a piece, because it's not just a piece. I think this is a more appropriate word. There we go. This is more like it. Unboxing receipts. Unboxing receipts through my history and time. That's more appropriate. There we go. So this is not going to be a really long stream because I'm just not going to fucking do it after experiencing what I experienced today with the clowns over there on fucking OTW. I've come to the realization, I guess I've been reluctant to accept it in previous revelations that I've dealing with this. I just got to finally buckle down and just say, fuck these guys. They're not going to ever, I wouldn't say change, but accept the reality of what is, of what it is, of just accepting the reality. The reality is not what they want. The truth is not what they want. They're going to continue to push their narrative because I believe that they're involved in a much deeper situation than most people can understand. They're definitely in an echo chamber amongst themselves, and they're pushing up their own bullshit, to the point where they can't smell the shit upon their own knees. And no matter what is said, no matter what is done, no matter how much proof that you present, it goes in one ear and out the other, and they just don't give a shit. It takes me back to, an old adage that's been running around for a long time. When you have an issue, a topic at hand, and people, claim that it's a certain way, and they know this, and then you can say, whoa, hold on here, check this out. Here's some video proof and evidence, and they'll still discard what you sent to them, and continue to believe their own nonsense. I think the saying, or I'm tired. It's been a long fucking week. I'm going to try to think of it. I'll probably be wrong. I won't be accurate with it, but no amount of evidence that you present will ever convince somebody that they're believing a set of lies, something of that nature. And I'm tired of even trying. It's just kind of pointless. And I'm not sure if even sharing this information is even. This is earlier. See if I can share this. I can. Let me see. Let me hold on 1 second. I'm going to probably just share a little piece of this, not much. He'll probably put it on a membership fucking window paywall anyway, so it doesn't much matter. So this goofball, OTW, I believe he's an agent of chaos. He's part of the worldwide Project Pogo, or some sort of, I can't be certain if it's Project Pogo or some gang stalking program or a community policing situation that has evolved from just the street level of intelligence that is being provided to Big Daddy, and it's moved on to the internet, and they prop up these so-called influence type of channels. I wouldn't say he's much of an influencer with his, low subscribers, but he is definitely getting paid, and that is an incentive for him to do this, regardless of, what program, if he's in a program or not. It's all speculation and innuendo unless I have some proof, but their actions speak louder than words. You know, a picture is worth, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what the hell are these videos worth? You know what I mean? So the actions of these individuals, it's like a tag team session of professional wrestling where you're in a 10-man Rumble Royal and you're on your own, you know, and say, you know, Landry from Modern Man, he goes on there and he tries to, you know, convey the information, and OTW rejects it, and he wants to scrutinize it. But anything else that you put in the backstage, he'll throw it up and share it. You know, as long as it comes from, you know, the Jackass Zebra, he'll put anything up on the screen, which is, you know, a telltale sign that he's, I wouldn't say biased, you know, because that's probably not the right word to use, but he's directed, required, obligated. Maybe those are the words. I don't know. Or you know, I can't believe that it's simply shekels over everything. It can't be shekels. You know, I just don't believe it. But the fact that these idiots do what they do on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, you know, of course, maybe it's not 24 hours a day, but it's every day. These guys are online and it's drama, drama, drama. I've only been involved in this nonsense since the Jackass Zebra Snafu Snaps drugged me into this shit, unwilling. You know, I wasn't seeking any of this insanity. I had no desire. I still have no desire, but I'm kind of stuck in this panel verse, if you will. Imagine me in a astronaut's, you know, I'm a cosmonaut and I'm floating around the panelverse, seeking some solid ground to stand on. You know, picture this, if you will. I found this guy on YouTube. I'm going to change the subject real quick, but I found this guy on YouTube, and I find his self. What word am I looking for? His videos where he just sits there and he reflects. He speaks about society and whatnot. He's very, very spot on. Let me see if I can't find him real quick, and I'll give you a little idea of what this guy's about. I'll go in my history and see if I can't pull him up real quick. And give you a little taste of what this dude's about. If I can back out of this stuff. Let me see if I can find him in my history. I should be able to. It's easy to find his channel because he's kind of just sitting there staring at the camera. His voice is very, very, very infectious, I guess you could say. Some people say that I got a voice that's, you know, perfect for the radio or voiceover, whatnot, but this guy's voice is very kind of soothing, but that's not him. Oh, here he is. I found him. Let me get the video, that if I can find the video. His name is The Functional Melancholic, and I think, which is this video? What is? Oh, here it is. This is the one. This is the good video. He kind of reminds me of. This is a good video. You guys might want to subscribe to this guy, and if you do subscribe to this guy, I would appreciate you letting him know that Bad Apple Media sent you. If you guys don't know, when somebody suggests a video or a content creator and you find their content interesting and you subscribe to them, it's only common courtesy and respect for those who refer you to such individuals to mention that, so the new channel can say, oh, hey, Bad Apple Media, you know, and get a little bit of appreciation from this guy. So this guy is very, very. He'll here. Let's just play it. I won't ramble on.
Smoke curling up around him.
And why is it no sound? Why is there no sound? Let me see. Yeah, well, you want to fight Jethro Miller? You want to fight over it? And the best man standing wins. Oh no, the fuck's this guy's voice not? You can't hear. Sound's on.
And so he'd tell you about Rod's.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to jump ahead. Maybe that'll help. What the hell? Wait, let me see. All right, now that I got him on there, let me back out and pull it up again. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. All right, it should pop up. His voice should work this time. There we go. Let's pull it up. There we go. We got his voice now. Let me re-share it. All right, let me see. Have any of you heard this gentleman before? Are you familiar with him? Are you subscribed to him? A few of you that are in here. He says a lot of shit. I'm like, I can relate to this dude big time.
With cigarette smoke curling up around him. And everyone's the hero in their own little algorithm. So picture this. A country where neighbors don't speak. The cameras never blink. And
his channel
everyone's the hero in their own little algorithm.
What the hell is
Not only are you watching The Twilight Zone,
I want to make sure I get it right.
You're now
the functional melancholic.
Rod Serling, the host of The Twilight Zone, used to step into a moody black and white frame with cigarette smoke curling up around him, and he'd tell you about some poor bastard waking up in a deserted town, or maybe a salesman who sells his soul for one last score. These days, you don't need the TV. You just need to open your front door or your browser. Same script, different props. So
you get the idea that his voice is kind of infectious. It's inviting. There's a lot of it seems like he's in a small little apartment. He's got a toaster over here. He's got some cabinets, a refrigerator with his 100,000 YouTube plaque on it, microwave on top of the fridge, and a lamp. Clearly, that looks like maybe New York. Big painting of New York in the background, and his take on where we're at in the world. You'll probably dig his videos. So I find him to be a very interesting guy. So nonetheless, we'll stop sharing that and get back to this, and see if I can't give you a little taste of this OTW fucktard from earlier, where he wouldn't have allowed me to come up on panel if my life depended on it, because he accepted the ultimatum from Crackhead Snaps, and I'll probably who knows, but anytime I'm on there, Snafu Snaps goes fucking berserk. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I go up on this channel, just to fucking piss off Snafu Snaps. But let's see if I can't find a
sausage. It's an Italian sauce. I love Italian sausages, man. They're just freaking awesome. Right.
I don't
would
know,
never join a
but-
club that would
don't
have
know what-
me as a member. Channel. Yeah. All right. So who else did I miss? Oh, the crew's in the house. The crew's in the
There's
house.
Lee is a stacker. Snafu Snaps is trying to thump shit out so quick he can't even spell stalker.
Hey, crew, you want to come and review this?
Oh, one truth trouble. Now the mask is cracked.
He's definitely
Modern
sucking
Men
Snafu
Lost
Snaps
Again
cock.
walked in. Channel member.
Here, Modern Men Lost Again told me that it was a great video last night, and he was in the chat and he said something. And so
By
this
the
is-
way, all right. So any of
said-
y'all want to be a member, go ahead and click that
I said
membership button.
Frequency
you'll have
Forge, I
access to all
called him
the members
Frequency
only
Fake. I
videos.
said you should go watch my
Plus
stream from last night. I
special
even speak
emojis
about your little
and
punk ass.
Chat badges. I mean,
And
hey,
so-
you get the freaking whole load there.
So
it was a great
OTW was
video,
reading
Van.
comments and he was like, "What?
sure
Bad
what
Apple
video you're
Media is
talking
what video?"
Bear Jew always sits in the shotgun seat with OTW. Yes, sir. You're always in the first row. You're always very, very how can I say this? You're as consistent as
No,
I
but
am.
this
there,
was
Mr. Bear Jew, right?
Another stream
He's like,
of
I'm
insanity,
live. You're in chat. That's the way it works. It's like,
a literal insanity
almost like,
stream
um,
where
how
no
can I say
matter
this? Like
what
you're
I
the
said
cream
or
in the
Modern
coffee, right?
Man Lost Landry said or anybody, it was they
All right,
just
so we got
were not having
L
it.
in the house, and we also have
We're not having
IRT.
it.
Welcome to the show.
And this is where I say, hey,
Glad to see
appreciate
you.
that Modern Man Lost Again. Please reach
Um,
out and share that 17-year-old snafu snaps
Right up the
information on
doobie.
his vehicular
Get the show
manslaughter
on
charge,
the
please.
road.
I will do a
So
comprehensive
there we go. There's the first
expose.
channel. Go sub up to the music videos channel, AI music videos that I edit myself, and write the songs as well. So yeah, another little creation I've done is like, go ahead and sub over there. We need some. I want to get these channels up to like 500 subs so we can
So the second
get
that
some sort of thing going.
he
over there.
reads
These
this,
500 subs. After that, I guess watch hours are another issue.
he's
but we
like,
don't
hey,
do it.
Snafu Snaps, you want to come up and suck a
It
bus
is
with
Friday
me?
and it's big on man.
You
Yeah,
suck your
what's up,
bus?
Cynthia? Channel member is in the house. Yes, welcome to the show. Hey. We always give a special shout out to the channel members, right? Because they do support the channel every month. Every month. You are the real ones. You are the shit when it comes to supporting the channel.
How long was this
Thank
video
you. Let's play
anyway?
the song for the real ones.
7 hours? I'm fucking tired, guys.
Shout out to all the channel members. And Lubas, yes, I do want to eat your sausage. It's an Italian sausage. I love Italian sausages, man. They're just freaking awesome. Okay. I would never join a club that would have me as a member. Well, guess
I
what?
don't know how these guys were getting up on stage
If I did make a club, I'd probably be the only member.
because I don't believe that he shared the.
What's up, Cynthia? Coming in with the $5
link
super
to
chat
the
says,
live.
because you are out of this world. Well, shout out to Cynthia. That deserves the clip.
It's starting to rain money.
That's how they that's how they do it. It's just like this.
Fuck you. Fuck
Oh
you.
shit!
Fuck you.
I have to
Oh,
back it
really?
up.
It is. Mark Twain.
Supporters, much love and respect to all the
What the
audience.
fuck you pointed for me?
Let's fucking go.
Shout out to What's Up, Cynthia. Thank you very much. Badass motherfucker. Oh. Hi. The Frequency Forge is in the house. Says, do you have a timestamp? Bad faith. Skipping through. Seems like it's mostly about you crying about.
See, when he reads a comment that has anything to do with me, he'll start reading it and he goes, do you have a timestamp about bad faith that didn't hear my name? Because he doesn't want to read it. He doesn't want anybody to hear what he's saying. So he goes, but he wanted to say, do you have a timestamp? Because Frequency Forge, I said I did a video last night and I talked about you in it, chump. And he goes, can I have a timestamp? Like, how about you go fuck yourself and you go watch the entire video if you want to know where you're at? you're gonna watch the entire video. Other than that, I'm not giving you a fucking timestamp, you fucking idiot. Fuck out of here. So then he says, "Do you have a timestamp, Bad Faith? I didn't hear my name skipping through this. Skipping through seemed like it was mostly about you crying about OTW and Snafu." So he fell right into my trap.
About OTW and Snafu. Oh, really? Oh, really?
Oh, really? Does it make you curious there, Patrick, about kind of stuff I was saying about your little faggot ass? Yeah. Oh, really?
It is. Aha. Mark Twain wrote that. He did? I didn't know that. So, nope. Watch it and wait for it. Fuck your timestamp request, chump. Yeah. See, this is how it is in chat. You know, that's how they. That's how they do it. You know, it's just like this.
Fuck you! 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 Fuck you in the ass! Hey, guess what I got in this bag?
Look very closely. Aha! That's what's in that bag. All right.
Yeah. Look
So,
what's in my bag.
we got some bitching to go over. Oh,
Big
let's
fat
see.
dick for you to lick.
Bad Apple Media's channel. Let's go see what he was bitching about. Always curious to know what people are bitching about.
No, you're curious about what I'm saying about you and Snafu Snaps because you know that I'm onto your little bitch ass.
Am I subbed to that Bad Apple Media guy? I don't think so.
I didn't know he was subbed to me, but okay.
Bad Apple Media. Oh, there it is. I am subbed to that channel.
OTW has the link and a Nightbot
Oh, look at that. You already
man
have my.
link. I don't know
Hey,
what
thanks
you're
for the
talking
free
about.
promo. By the way, Mr. Bad Apple Media.
Yeah, thanks for the free promo in
Okay, so
return.
that was yesterday. Last
Mr.
5
Faggo
hours.
fucking
You were bitching
OTW.
about me for 5 hours.
Well,
Oh,
you
for
bitch
fuck's
about
sake.
me for fucking 7 hours. You let Snafu Snap go on for an
It's
hour
gonna be
straight
interesting.
about me.
Probably won't be, but anyway.
So what the
I'm all
fuck?
curious now.
I'm looking to return the favor, right? Is that only fair that I talk about him and Snafu Snaps? It's really not even about OTW. I'm just sharing the video of Snaps on his channel, so it's really not about you, Patrick, you queer boy. So is it only fair that I return the favor? Really? So what'd you say, Hank? You use link on his channel and his Nightbot will post it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm not into it. I'm not that fucking into it. You know what I mean? It's not that big a deal to me. You know what I'm saying? And so there's probably 1,000 of them spread out. Like, well, you know what? I'm up in the chat and looking at a comment and Shadow Ban. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, and I'm not trying to pump myself up, but I know that I'm a pretty good dude, and I want the right thing, and I know right from wrong, and unfortunately I allow myself to let certain people in my life that I shouldn't have, and then I'm like, well, damn, I can't really get rid of them because I know they're gonna fuck with me, and then a couple of years down the road, I'm like, do I even really want to continue to have a fucking relationship of any sort with this motherfucker? And then I'm like, you know what? I gotta weigh the good with the bad, and I sit there and I'm like, okay, well, the pros are these, and the cons are these, and there's more pros than there are cons, and even though the cons is very, critical, the pros outweigh the cons, and I guess whatever happens. It's a roll of the dice, and I rolled the dice, and it took me 3 years for the cocksucker to come at me the way that he did. But I know why and what and who and all that good stuff. So, well, I don't think that Patrick has any good points. Maybe when he's actually talking about legitimate topics and it's a normal conversation, he might have something good to say, but anytime he's supporting the drama and
You really want me to put it on
insanity,
screen, Bear Jew? I mean,
it's nothing that I want to be a part of.
oh well. Okay. Since it was you that asked me to put it on screen, I will do so.
I'm only dealing with the panelverse because I was drug into it.
The true #truth Joe narcissist liar pushing his. Okay, that must be.
So now he's reading my title of my video.
You know what? Snafu is actually the perfect trigger. He's like the perfect trigger, guys. You get him on screen, And
It's
you trigger
not.
the-
It's not
you-
even
you trigger
trigger.
the YouTube verse. Right?
See,
It's
he's
like the
a
whole
little
fucking
confused.
YouTube
He
verse
thinks
goes
that
fucking bananas.
Snafu is a trigger,
I just love it.
and,
All right,
and
we
he
got
doesn't
Timmy
want to
Shively
recognize the
coming in
fact that
with the
Snafu
23 months
Snaps is
membership, man. Fucking
a
right, dude.
cyber
Let
terrorist,
me play the song for that, man.
and everybody they terrorize
Made for the few.
are,
When it counted, I'm
you know,
right for you. Nothing no show.
considered to be triggered.
How we do things, right? We don't really necessarily give our opinions, only when it's about religion and slavery and stuff. Then I get a little bit more into my feelings.
Lee
about
is
it,
a
right?
stacker.
Besides that, I usually keep it cool and we just observe, review, comment, and try to break down.
Lee is dangerous.
You know, that's like the bullshit disclaimer that I'm
And then
giving
the
everybody.
frequency source says Snafu been on a cupcake triggering spree.
So, all right. So I'm just gonna start this, and if ever Snaps, you want to come on up here?
Well, of course, he
you
didn't
know,
invite
I'm
me
sure
up
you will
there.
because you
He didn't
obviously-
invite me to come up and to address the video. Of course, he invited Snafu Snaps to come up there so he could push his narrative and say that I threatened to kill him word for word, which I proved yesterday is a lie and whatnot. But hey, what do you expect from OTW, who is he's some sort of big daddy government project fucking channel. He's not an organic channel. He's here serving a purpose along with Snafu Snaps and the other agenda pushing individuals that are on this channel
He's gonna have something to say about this.
and everywhere else.
So let me see.
Computer. Well, here we are again. Another lovely day. Me playing around on the computer, trying to get my shit straight. And I'm not a very good YouTube guy. You know, I guess I can't keep the attention of the trolls for more than 2 minutes because crackheads, you know, they usually have a real short fucking attention span. It's a problem with the society today. Just the society has a problem today of keeping the attention where it needs to be. They waste their time and their energy. They waste their time and
You
their energy
got SNL.
worrying about.
Look, I didn't realize
SNL
Snafu,
is
what
a
you're
pretty
saying,
dude is
from your
dangerous and
perspective is okay.
crybaby.
but I'm pretty much
Sounds like
fearless, dude.
Snafu Snaps is the
I fear no
crybaby.
one. The only person I actually fear is myself. You know,
And so,
I'm afraid of me.
um,
I'm afraid
Essential,
of
he
me.
says,
I ain't afraid of no
viewers,
one.
if you can't read
I'm
it,
just more
I'll
afraid
read
of
it
what
to
I'm
you.
capable of.
Viewers,
I'm not afraid of what other
Snaps
people are capable
out.
of.
Nothing but
You know?
fake virtue signaling about child
The dumb shit.
predators and outrage from that guy.
And
Gives
instead
the
of
real
worrying about the
movement of
important shit.
stopping
That's
child
where a lot of
predators a
people
bad name.
go wrong.
Just like the
Because they love the
Panther.
drama, don't they, Jethro? Don't they, Jethro?
And then he
You're
says
kind of the guy
him
that
and a
loves the
few
drama.
other
You get
bad
that dopamine hit,
characters
bro.
do their thing for
You need
years
that dopamine hit, my
and
man.
then go on a damage control tour.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't erase
Deny
all
it.
that they've done.
Deny it. I'm not
This
that guy.
is
You got me
SNL is
confused. That's what I
very
always say.
observant
All right, let's see here.
as opposed to some
Oh,
of
I know
these
you
other
love,
idiots
don't like
in the
watching stuff.
chat.
You love watching stuff. You love stirring the shit pot, but you refuse to lick the spoon, like most of you out here on YouTube.
Live without
But it's all good,
fear,
whatever, man. All right, so
snafu.
let's see. What was I going to do? No, you didn't fully admit it. You said you like instead of saying you love.
And then here comes the frequency
So,
forge
what was I
again
gonna
with
share here?
his
What did I do with it? It is
insulting
it's in here.
comments. Someone
Oh,
ordered bad face,
this one,
some marpons. He's clearly menstruating and with a
So
heavy
I
flow.
Gonna bring it down the size.
For me to even respond to these clowns is kind of pointless.
What
It's
the
just
hell? Let's pick that up.
a low
All
value
right, I gotta-
All right, gotta skip through the
I'm
boring
not
parts.
prepared.
piece of shit that stalks and
And attention
harasses
and his fucking
other
lies, his endless lies.
channels that he wishes that he
Well, I was
was,
on Tariq's. How about you give me the recap? Give me the Cliff Notes version
or
since you've seen it.
maybe not. I don't know. But his purpose is to create chaos and
There you go.
to try
Where
to
is this
pull me
at?
off
Here.
my game to
Oh my god,
you know engage in the
It's
chat.
just really annoying, with you
whatever.
guys.
It's just
Yeah.
a fucking loser.
I really do have no patience for this shit anymore. Seriously,
There it is.
fucking no patience for this shit anymore. Yards.
Yeah, seriously, don't have any
Landry.
patience for this
It's
shit
not
anymore.
laundry. Landry. Not being a dick, just funny that you put laundry. He didn't do anything much, just lie. Falsely claim a pedo pogo thing to all of us. He's lost his credibility. Well, apparently he hasn't lost his credibility with OTW and all.
Oh, wait.
That fat fucking transgender scum lost his credibility with OTW to all of us. He's lost his credibility. Well, apparently he hasn't lost his credibility with OTW and all fucking and Bex, that fat fucking transgender scumbag. Apparently, rumor has it
Ooh,
that Bex
going
is
at
transgender.
Bex.
Not that I give a fuck. More power to him. If he wants to be a chick, let him be a chick. But yeah, let me see here. Let's here's my video right here. Let's pull this up and we'll share this video. We'll scrutinize it. There we go. So wasn't know if
I would have jumped on here with Landry, but I know that he wouldn't allow me to remain on there. He would have kept me in the back. The key range is in here.
Oh yeah.
Snap
Oh, yeah.
you are going to
What's
face
up, y'all?
the issue.
Listen to what he says.
Soon
All right,
to be
everybody, welcome
ready.
back to Out of This World Live, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Patrick
Becky's already fed up. Tread
Patrick, the
lightly.
fucking cocksucker
You
douchebag.
think I give a
Shout out to
fuck
the ones
about
making it
that
happen. I
fat
see you.
fucking
We got 14 people in the house. Hit that like button.
what
Share this out.
extra
Share another
large
wild ride today, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. You're waiting for it to happen.
Lined up
King
for you.
Steven says, you know what?
Pretty
I gotta
much
stop
am
for a
waiting for it to
second.
happen.
I gotta stop for a quick second and give King Steven a shout out. And he's El Diablo Radio or something like that. And I think he might have I don't even want to say what the other channels are. He's probably got several of them, but King Steven, I find the dude to be hilarious when he's traversing the interwebs and he jumps on panel and he does his shticks. You know, he does a shtick, whatever it is. I find him to be fucking hilarious. And then I've been listening to his streams, and I really, really fucking like the guy. I like what he's saying. You know, I want to say I like him. I like what he's saying, and I think he's very intelligent, and I definitely can relate to the guy. Put it that way.
And it's in the title, dummy. It says this panel is a ticking time bomb, right? Who's gonna snap first? Hey, well, guess what? Bad Apple Media, you were the one who snapped first, and I have to give credit.
I never snapped. I don't know. See, this is the thing: is that they like to claim that they know that your emotional state and tell you what your feelings were. You know, they're all up in my feelers. They're using their feelers to get all up into my feelers. Me saying shit to Bex, I wasn't triggered, and I didn't go off. That's your impression. That's you, as Paulie Boy would say. All I said was the conversation was going great until you brought your fat ass up in here and had to fucking bring up Snafu Snaps and accused me of talking about it for 2 months. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want, you fucking chick with a dick. Go fuck yourself, you fat fucking pig. And don't you ever fucking come into my chat because I'll block you instantaneously. I know you stalk me and watch me just like the rest of you weirdos. Might not do it during the live, but you're one of the fucking assholes that come in and watch. You don't watch the whole thing. You skip through it. You put it on 2 times, 3 times the speed, and you click on every couple of seconds to see what's going on, and then you get all the way to the end, and that's it. Which is whatever. I don't really care.
Right, Bex really fucking made my day.
Bex, he claims that Bex triggered me. You know what OTW is really butthurt about? You guys got any idea what the dude's really butthurt about when it comes to me? Yeah, I said Snafu Snap 17 times. You don't like it, Jethro? You got a problem with that? You got a problem with that? Huh? As I say with anybody, if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You could go over and watch Mad Mystic's fucking version. You can listen to me over there and complain about me over there. Yeah. Ask me if I give a fuck. This is my channel. I do and say what I want. So
they know that I'm going to call in.
Continue reviewing.
This OTW guy,
when it comes to, because we never really
he gets his little fucking
panel going and
little boner going. He gets a little chubby.
Did you guys see this fucking from
Thinks that he's
OTW?
triggering me or
You guys see this?
whatnot. I find that hilarious.
So I think maybe we could look back on that. And there's also new material and other optics concerning the Charlie Kirk thing. So yeah, we might be diving into all that stuff today. Got a lot of things to look over. So shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Much love, respect.
Here, I'm gonna,
got Mr. Bear Juice.
yeah, I'm gonna send you guys, or not send you, but I'm gonna show you Steven's channel, King Steven. I find him fucking hilarious. Some of you may be offended because he says, the N-bomb, but here he is. He's El Diablo. There he's El Diablo Radio. He's right here. This is his channel. And if you were interested and ignore him because it's not because he believes it.
So there's this wasn't really planned. I just saw this.
He doesn't say the things that he says. He doesn't drop the N-bomb because he's a racist. I think he does it for the shock factor. And I really enjoy this guy's videos, and I'm not going to share much. I'm just going to share the channel. And if you go over to his channel and you subscribe to him, make sure that you let him know that Bad Apple Media sent you. So 39 minutes ago, didn't know. Hiya, bam. Hey, what's up there, Leslie? But yeah, let's get back to this fucking OTW clown and share his
Trailer park person.
That
Chad
which is
is
just
member,
their stalking
ladies and gentlemen.
lips.
Logical Spark. And that which is a stalker. Did you hear that? That which is, you're a stalker. This is great stuff. Please, I got a guest backstage. Please, everybody, welcome Mr. Modern Man Lost again. Yes, sorry.
I couldn't miss this one. I had to be here for this.
Hey, coming in with my favorite color scheme, guys. Landry's catching on.
What's the color scheme?
Oh, you didn't notice that we kind of have a color scheme going on here?
The blue and the yellow?
The yellow, the blue, and the red.
Oh, yellow, blue, and red. That's a nice combo,
Yes,
yeah.
Those are communicating directly to your subconscious mind, sir.
I guess maybe that was happening. Wow. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored to
I
be
know a
here
lot
before
about
Zebra.
sub-psychology and stuff like that. I really did do a lot of research, but not for trying to understand other human beings. It was more or less trying to decode all of the symbolism that they use in movies and shit. But at the same time, kind of permitted me to see beyond just those things, So, but that doesn't mean I'm a perfect human being. That's far from it. I'm not perfect at all. Well, anyway, all depending on what.
I wanted to
perception of
re-listen to
perfect
this
is, because
part and
everybody
see
has a
what
different
Modern Man
version of their
says.
perfection, I guess. So, I mean, that being said, I guess you said you were kind of glad that I was reviewing Bad Apple Media. Do you have any issues with Mr. Media?
Not at the time, no. I find it honorable that somebody's actually sticking up for the side of people who have been just slaughtered by Snafu.
Oh,
Slander.
right, because you're one of the you're one of Snafu's victims, right?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say one of his obsessions.
A
My
target.
familia in particular, you know what I mean?
Well, you do realize that Mr. Bad Apple Media is kind of like how can I say this? The guy,
It's a little wacky.
no, he's the result of his own actions. You understand?
See, he keeps pushing that I am in my position because of my own actions. You see the narrative that they continue to push. He doesn't. This clown fucking OTW Patrick or Polly Boy or Cynthia or Bax or whoever, they want to continue to say it's my actions is the reason why I'm facing criminal charges and wearing a tether. And not one time have I ever denied saying what I said. How could I deny it? And I wouldn't, even if there was no proof of it. I would say, yeah, I said it. What about it? And the issue at hand here for me is guys like Patrick and others, they refuse to acknowledge the other person involved in it. They clearly think that I danced to the tune all by myself. They don't understand that the tango takes two people to tango. You know what I mean? So I have no problem accepting the responsibility for my own words and or actions. But why do these people not hold the actual terrorist who conducted himself in a manner that got me to say something out of the fucking blue? What's up, Modern Man? You want to come up here? So my question is to these panels, why don't they address Snafu Snap's behavior and what he did to me to get me to say I was going to kick his ass? That's my question. You got my number, Landry, or do you want me to text you, or not text you, but email you the link? I'll email you the link if you want to come up here. But why is it that nobody addresses his actions? They act as if he's the golden child and what he did was righteous. His filing criminal charges against me because I told him that I was going to beat him up. They act as if I'm such a dangerous criminal because he's, saying what he's saying. or not saying he's protecting the community from a dangerous man like me. Who buys that bullshit? Who's buying that fucking bullshit, man? The dude is protecting himself from looking like a fucking fool, even though clearly nobody thinks that he's a fool. Nobody says that he's wrong. Nobody says, hey, you probably shouldn't have done that. It seems like everybody's excited and happy that I'm in the situation that I'm in. It's kind of really weird. But it's not really weird when you look at it and you say, well, maybe these guys are, privately owned, government operated for Big Daddy. And I am the focus because of my relationship or lack thereof with government and law enforcement. And so, yeah, Patrick has muted me throughout the entire Snafu Snaps rant from yesterday, and I didn't even bother trying to get up on panel today because I know that he wasn't going to allow me. He would have brought Snafu Snaps up at the same time and allowed Snafu Snaps to run his mouth nonstop, and there's really no point. And yeah, the snake pits do exist. You're absolutely right. And so, nonetheless, I will. Let me look and go on. Can you go? No, you can't go backstage. Damn. See, I'm not even sure. Private chat. Studio. One person. That's me. Landry, do you want me to send you the link? I can email it to you. Yes or no? All you got to do is tell me nah or yeah. Sup? Yep. Oh, you want? Oh, you did say yep. Did you say yep? Or I don't know. Maybe I'll send it to you. We'll see what's up. If you want to jump on, you can. Let me pull up my email here on the backside of this. And open up my Yahoo mail and go to my Bad Apple Media account and NCI. We're going to delete. Fucking spam. Boom. All right, so I will compose a new email. I will send it to you. Let me see. Your email is. Here it is. If you come up, you come up. If you don't, nothing I can do about it. It's under subject title StreamYard link. Let me go back, copy the link. Where's that tab? There it is. Go here, copy link, close, go over here, paste it, sent. All right, I just sent you the link, Landry. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, right? Right. I hope you don't let these dummies affect your entire life and you could spend a day on the lake and these people would still be in the lameverse. Well, Jethro, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good on, let's say I understand what's going on. I'm not stupid. I see more than people realize, and I know more than I share. So I do what I do for a purpose. There's a method to my madness. And when the saga with Snafu, Crackhead Sims, Agent Sims, Officer Snaps, when it's over with him, and I destroy his little bitch ass one way or the other in court or outside of court, because the charges are dismissed. So don't run and say that I'm threatening you again, you fucking pussy. When the court case is over, I'll get back to doing what I was doing, and I will probably take a lot of time to write I'm not sure if it'll be a biography or a documentary or a bio-documentary type of thing, because it was my personal experience with all this. And it could be starting, it could be a multiple chapter thing, but I think that I would probably start the series of writings from my YouTube beginnings. And so that hold on, here he is. Landry's here. Let me pull him up. But all right, LCJC says, what's up, Landry? How's it going, bro?
Good, man. Pretty tired, but I wanted to catch you before I went to bed, because I know it's, I mean, at first I was, I guess, avoiding you in the sense that I didn't want to get dragged any deeper into the snafu shit. So that was the only reason.
It's not like you're in there deep enough, right? Knee deep in his bullshit, huh?
I guess everyone is, right?
Well, it seems like it's a theme with him, that he just doesn't know when to stop shoveling the bullshit into his own path, and then claiming that everybody's the one who's shitting on him and it's everybody's fault, So, but I appreciate you coming up on here and having a moment, whether it's 5 minutes or half hour, but I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And I don't know where to start. If you want to,
I just think it's fascinating because I mean, this whole thing, right? We begin to watch it. I don't think he begins to. He was about to press start, and then I jump up. I'm like, all right, let's get this going. I'm ready to watch this. Good morning, world. And then 7 hours happens, and then it never comes back up.
Right.
That's just unbelievable to me.
Well, the fact that, speaking of the OTW video, I didn't go on about yesterday, but today when you jumped up there and he pulled you up on panel immediately, and you're like, yeah, let's get this video started here. I thought he was going to actually roll the video and you were going to be able to speak about it a little bit, maybe guide him to the point where, I was giving Snafu a little bit of bad apple fucking verbal beatdown about his character and what he's doing to you and to your father over, clearly a tragic accident that, your father had no intentions of being a part of.
Yeah, that's why I just try not to even engage with it in that conversation. It's not my place, you know what I mean? And it's my fault, I guess, for having it. I just really didn't know what I was getting into. I shared it with a quote unquote friend, right, who, did what they did with it, but because it was not supposed to be attached to me. But I'm just dumb. I just, didn't really know that these people operated like this. So, but I thought it would be like maybe a week, 2 weeks, where it just biting me in the ass. But no, it's been like almost 2 months now, where he just did, every time he sees me, he brings it up, and it's just so. It's like, just go after me. You know what I mean? I have charges. Like, I mean, they're not that crazy, but just go after my traits that are faulty.
Well, the thing is that guy, Officer Snaps, Agent Sims, whatever you prefer to call him, he is obsessed with anything that he can latch himself onto that gives him any sort of purpose, because he has nothing of the sorts in his life. He doesn't have any family that wants anything to do with him. He has a teenage daughter that he doesn't raise and he hasn't raised. He lives in a little shack in this house, and he's isolated from the world. He's got some medical issues, whether it's self-inflicted through his, you know, sexual endeavors while he was in prison, or it's, you know, a natural autoimmune system situation. I don't know, and I really don't fucking care at this point.
Yeah.
Point is that he's got nothing in his life but your life or my life or somebody else's life to give him purpose. And I don't know. I don't know if what's it going to take to get him to realize that there's something better in the world than his endless drama.
It also says something about these guys who just, you know, don't care, don't question them, use them as a weapon. You know, it says more about them because Paul presents as saying, you know, we're just the side of truth. We're here for the truth, and everything is all about the truth. And then they just have him hanging around all the time, and he's done nothing but lie.
Well, I don't know of all of his lies, but I know that he's an arrogant, sorry ass individual that, you know, has some holier than thou impression of himself, you know, despite, you know, the knowledge that he possesses when it comes to the issues or topics that he knows about. I have that same information and same knowledge. I don't exercise it. I don't live it at this point in time. But from my perspective, that information is very powerful and very, very unique, and you have to know how to handle it. It's like a loaded gun, you know, and he's just taking that loaded gun and just tossing around, twirling it. You know, it's fucking low. The hammer's pulled back, and he's just flipping it around and whatnot, you know. And sooner or later, that twirling and flipping it around and playing fucking, you know, Johnny Six Pack, fucking 6-shooters. The bullet's going to go off, and it's going to shoot himself, you know, because he's abusing his situation, if you ask me. So
yeah. So what's your how did you get involved in this?
To what aspect? To which
Just with him.
Snaps?
Did he just start doing the same thing with you he does with everyone else, and you took it seriously?
Well, no, I've known Snafu Snaps for a long time.
Okay.
Back in the Marfugal days. I've known him since 2018, and he's always been this type of person where he's got to dive into stuff and dig into it and be the little investigator, or, you know, Mr. Cramden, you know, from, you know, the nosy neighbor. And one thing led to another. I allowed myself to get involved in situation, hindsight 2020, that I shouldn't have got involved in, where I was trying to get some clout on the internet and build my channel, and thought to myself, what better way than to be that guy that's, you know, the honest, truthful guy that people can trust. And it, you know, it worked for a hot second. You know, I went through hell, and then after, you know, so long, you know, my hell kind of subsided, and Snafu Snaps was, you know, remained in my life, not because I wanted him to. It's kind of, you know, he's like a bad rash that you know, no matter how much, you know, lotion you put on it and think that it's healing up, it comes back with a fucking full-blown case, you know. And so I separated myself from him after about, you know, a little over 2 years in 2022. He was again in a mental institution in Arizona for his self-deletion attempts. And I don't know if that round was court ordered like the first round was. I believe the first round was court ordered. And so I decided to separate myself from him, and I was done with him. I ghosted him. But that you can't do that to him. And so for the past 3 years, he would pop up periodically in my live streams and, you know, say some stupid shit about me being a traitor and selling out to Marfugal and yada, yada, yada. And I'd tell him to piss off. I'd block him, you know. And then he'd pop up again 2 or 3 months later with a new account. And this just kept going on. And recently, I'll make this quick as I possibly can. And recently, in April, he called me out of the blue while I was in live stream. Totally different topic, totally different, you know, genre, in my own little piece of the internet. And he called me on my cell phone while I was streaming and did his thing, calling me, you know, traitor, sellout, whatnot, telling me, you know, what he tells me. And I just get tired of it. I'm annoyed. It's like, dude, what is it? What is it going to take to get you to just go away? You know? So I told him, if you don't fucking leave me alone, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I'm going to find you in Arizona and choke your fucking ass out and let you flop around. And well, here I am. He went to the police, clipped my videos, told them that I was threatening him. And the Gilbert, Arizona police contacted the sheriff that, you know, in the county that I used to live in. And now here I am sitting with a fucking couple of charges and a tether on my ankle. so that's my involvement in him. And apparently he's painting the story that I came to him and I'm stalking him and I'm harassing him and whatnot, which is, you know, the biggest crock of shit that you could ever come up with.
You're the one who you went to his house. You're that guy?
No, I never went to Snafu Snap's house. I went to T Rain's, Tariq's house.
Okay. Well, the guy you were just on the...
Yeah, the guy that's got the accent, the Middle Eastern accent.
So what was the charge exactly?
Well, I'm being charged with malicious use of a electronic device, and I can't remember exactly what the other one is, but it's a similar charge. But while one's from being on a phone, and the other one's being on a computer, because I was on my computer live streaming when he called me on my telephone. So I'm being charged what he did to me. I'm not being charged with telling them what is it? Malicious threats on electronic device or something like that. I don't know the exact charge, but I could pull it up, but there's really no point. It's just stupid charges that, you know, that the government thinks that they can be successful in with a prosecution, which is not going to happen.
So, but they already slapped a thing on you? That's what, is it like a flight risk?
Well, no, the flight risk was, you know, the idiot running his mouth to the cops and saying, hey, he's dangerous, he's a flight risk, and whatever he says, you know, his manipulation shit that he's spit on the cop. And so the tether came about before I was even arraigned. I was doing a video mocking Snafu and this other chick that I've known from long ago, who was another YouTuber. I won't even get into the whole story, but she joined forces with Snafu Snap, saying that I'm a bad man, and that I went to her town and did something to her, which only thing that I did was went to her town and fought a PPO that she tried to take out on me, and I beat it. That's the only time I was in her town. But she's painting the picture that I came to her town to harm her and threaten her, because they got nothing better to do but to make up nonsensical shit to play the victim role. So I was mocking him and her because in the police reports it says that I was unemployed, that I was crazy, unstable, whatever, and that I was a flight risk, whatever that means. So at the end of one of my live streams, 2 weeks before I was even arraigned, I said, yeah, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go get some rest, because I got to get up early in the morning and I got to travel to get in my, whatever I said. And I was mocking the movie Joyride. Said I was going to travel down the road and stop in Missouri and Arizona and kill people. And it was joking, mocking. Well, Snafu Snaps, watching everything that I do, took that video, or actually it wasn't that video. Somebody else one of these troll channels out here, these goofballs, took what I said from my video, clipped it, turned it into a 2-minute, I don't even know what kind of video you call it, but just took my videos and clipped it and made their own little thing, with me saying shit. And I thought it was creative and funny. And I went to the channel. I was like, hey, man, pretty good video, but, ha ha ha, do better next time. And so I shared that video that this dude made, like a 2-minute little thing, on my channel. Well, Snafu Snaps took that video and sent it to the sheriff after, I was already being charged. I haven't been arraigned yet. The charges were still pending. I had an arraignment scheduled. And so that video was given to them. And he's like, I'm scared. He's going to come here. Look, he's saying that he's coming here. It's in a video that he's going to come here to kill me. It was hyperbole, satire, mockery. So the judge or the magistrate listened to the prosecutor and said, oh, the victim has told us that he's scared and he's, and so that's why I got a tether on me.
All right, man. Well, that's all the time I got, but just, hopefully I don't, get on your bad side either.
Well, the thing is that I don't know what you mean by that.
And I'm just saying that, like, I just think all this stuff is crazy. I would never want to take anything IRL just for any of this shit. Just sounds crazy. I'm just a dude on the internet.
Well, that's what I tried to point out to these people is that Snafu Snaps wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to be the asshole that he wants to be. Be all you want to be on the internet. Don't come to me fucking trying to harass me and play your shock journalism games with me so you can trigger me and then take my elicited comment and use it against me.
So what's the reason though? Do you think it's like he's getting a financial benefit from this?
Well, I don't necessarily believe that, but my personal belief is that when me and him had a relationship for over 2 years, his target back then was another YouTuber called Marfugal TV. If you've heard him spew the veterans charity fraud shit, that's related. Well, you may eventually. Well, he was pushing this veterans charity fraud crap from another YouTuber, trying to expose him for whatever. I had telephone calls with this YouTuber. Snaps wanted me to give him my audio recordings of my conversations with this other YouTuber. And I didn't do it. I refused to do it. They're my conversations. There's nothing in it that you need to know about. There's nothing damning. There's no confessions. There's no nothing in it. They're just ridiculous conversations, about nothing. And I refused to give them to him. So this is partly why he's hell-bent on revenge to me, because I wouldn't give him these phone calls and because I ghosted him. Snafu Snaps is an adopted kid. He doesn't know who his mother and father is. And that alone has deeply damaged that man. And when you abandon him or you do him wrong, he lashes out like no other because he wants people to feel pain of being abandoned or harmed in some way. That's my theory. So, or it possibly could be some financial thing to it too, but it's, I'm not the only person that he's done shit to. I could give you a long laundry list of names and other channels that he's harassed. It's endless. He's a cyber terrorist, and now you're on his list. And the fact that he's harassing you, I don't know where he went, but okay, he left. So, anyways, now you're on his list. You're on his list now, Landry. So good luck with it. If you don't go and handle it in law enforcement and tell the cops to, write a report that he's harassing you, he's going to continue to do it. So I love when people just bail. Anyways, yeah, let me get back to the video. I don't even really care about the video. Actually, this was about me unboxing, and I know everybody has to run, bro, and this is my issue with anybody online, that until it happens to you directly, nobody gives a shit. What you're going through right now with him harassing you is really, it pales in comparison to what I'm dealing with. Not diminishing your experience and the harassment that he's conducting upon you, but it pales in comparison to, hasn't cost you $5,000 for an attorney, hasn't cost you nearly $1,000 in GPS tether fees, hasn't cost you any personal embarrassment, the all of the above. And it doesn't matter to OTW. It doesn't matter to What's Up Cynthia, fucking extra large Bex. It doesn't matter to El Perro. It doesn't matter to fucking Polly Boy. It doesn't matter to anybody what I am dealing with, because it isn't happening to them directly. And I always say, hey, thankfully you're not the victim of Snafu Snaps yet. Key word is yet. So you are experiencing a version, a harassment tactic of Snafu Snaps, because you're in his eyes and he thinks that he can expose you for something that you've done. What I wanted to ask you is, if you have that information about his arrest, share it with me. You can come back up and backstage. You got the link. Come up in the private chat and share with me what you were sharing about that record. I'd like to see it. You could do that. At least you could do that. But, I said what I said, and I meant what I was saying to him about him harassing you and your dad. That's none of his business. It's nobody's business what you made a mistake of bringing it to the public's eye, and now you kind of understand what type of person Matthew Todd Sims is. So I want to know if it's legitimate information. If it's not legitimate information, I'll figure it out. That's all I ask, is for people who have experienced him, who don't want any of his bullshit to happen to them, to step up before it gets any worse, because he's not going to stop, dude. He might not have the financial means to pull records and get FOIA requests, but he's going to fucking get somebody to pay for it. So it's all good. It's all good. You do whatever you got to do, man, but I know the guy fairly well, and it is what it is. And I really don't give two shits about what anybody on the Panelverse thinks about me and what they say about me and their opinions and their impressions. It's meaningless to me. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I'm not unhinged. I'm not crazy. Well, crazy like a fox, but I'm not mentally insane. I'm not disturbed. I don't have any, ill intent. I may say that I'm coming to knock on doors, but that doesn't mean it involves violence. I went and knocked on Tariq's door. There was no violence. I had a normal conversation with the guy, asking him to give me information that he claimed that he had. And hey, if my words trigger somebody and it makes their asshole pucker, that's probably because they have guilty consciences and think that they deserve an ass whooping, and that's what my intent is. Well, if I wanted to hurt anybody or do some harm, I sure as hell ain't going to record myself doing it. And the person that is the focus of my attention, They wouldn't see it coming. I got another model that says when you least expect it, expect it. So if my realness and my persona scares people, hey, that's on him. That's on them. It's on that person. It's not on me. If you got a problem with me, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Yeah, I love it how the chat drops the chat drops down. I think what a lot of these panelverse freaktards come over here to do is to watch me go crazy and yell and scream. Which, hey, I do that for, shits and giggles. I do that for entertainment purposes. You know how all of you guys are seeking entertainment on the internet. I got to entertain some of you folks some of the times, but I can't entertain all of you folks all of the time. Sometimes I need a break from the entertainment. I'm not an actor, but I sure can act up. I sure can behave inappropriately when appropriate. So it is what it is. And what's up, Alo? And what are you talking about in here? You talking smack about me, Jethro? Motherfucker. So what this video is about, supposed to be about, you wouldn't know through the title, but the unboxing receipts through my history and time. The other day I did a quick live to tell you that I was going to go live later on, where I talked about the amount of time that I talked to that Snafu Snaps, because when he goes on OTW and he tells them, me and him weren't friends. He's out of his mind. There's nothing to do with him. Why would you even say that? Why would you even fucking say that? I have an application with, I don't know how, hundreds of phone calls with him, talking from 2019 until 2022, but we weren't friends, right? Well, like, I guess you could split the hairs, and on his end he could say, well, I really wasn't his friend. I was only pretending to be his friend to get those Marfugel tapes out of him. And it took him over 2 years to finally realize that he wasn't getting the Marfugel fucking audio recordings out of me. And he didn't unfriend or ghost me. I stopped associating with him. I got all the evidence and proof that I can share to prove it, but it doesn't matter because you fucking people don't want to know the truth. I'm the realest motherfucker on the internet. Literally, I'm the realest motherfucker on the internet anywhere, whether it's in the truther community, whether it's in the First Amendment community, the prison genre, the Second Amendment genre, the frauditor troll genre, wherever it's at. In any of these genres that have to deal with government or accountability or whatever, I'm the realest motherfucker out here. And I challenge anybody to prove to me that they are the realest motherfuckers. I'm not bragging. It's not braggadocious. It's what I see. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I don't lie. I don't manipulate. I don't grift. I don't do all the shit that all of these other fuckers do. I'm not on here to become famous. I don't even want my face to be shown. I'm on here to tell the truth, to wake people up to the evils that shows no boundaries. And the evil that I've dealt with on here, the biggest evil, I don't even know how to even explain it. While on the internet for, how long has it been? Since, on YouTube, I should say, since probably 2016. I think that's when I started this channel. my first channel was and started it in 2007. But it's still on YouTube, but I don't have any access to it. There's some videos, whatnot. But this channel, my goal was to share my life's experiences with others who were at potential risk for putting themselves into similar situations that my good-hearted nature allowed me to get into. So basically this channel was to give people a heads up and warn them about the dangers of the world. And in that process, the law enforcement community and the powers that be, who Big Daddy caught me on here saying stuff that they didn't like, and I've been a focus of theirs ever since. So it's all good. I'm on here to do good, and other people around here to do bad. Shocker, right? So I know I gotta go to sleep myself, but not before I do this unboxing. And I'll even bust my camera out for this. I don't need my earbud in. And give me a second, because I'm going to grab something to munch on and crunch in your freaking ears. I could get me an apple with some peanut butter, but the apples that I got are bad. Not bad, yucky bad, but soft, not crunchy. And I like crunchy apples, because I'm a bad apple that likes crunchy apples. And I'm going to eat some unhealthy shit. I'm going to drink some. This will really entertain you, Modern Man. Or no, not Modern Man, but El Diablo, King Stephen. Huh. I'm drinking some Coke Zero. I'm a terrible person. Yes, crunchy are best apples. Well, thanks for backing me up on that, LCJC. But this little unboxing thing right here, because I don't share my phone calls with anybody, and this is one thing that people need to understand about me. With me recording my phone calls, I don't record them to use them later on for any nefarious purpose or reason. I record my phone calls as a safeguard for anybody who thinks that they're going to run their mouth about me and lie and say that I said something that I didn't say. Because then I can pull my shit up and go, oh, you said what? How about we listen to the entire conversation that we had? Blah, 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 blah. So I could very well share hundreds of hours of phone conversations between me and Snafu Snaps from 2019 until 2022. But that goes against my personal policy. I will show them or play them when the time is right. But right now the time isn't right. So this here is the next best thing. And so let me turn on my camera. Hi guys, what's happening? So this box right here, this box is sent to me from Verizon Wireless. You can look at the, I don't know what's it say on here. It cost Verizon Wireless $22.25 to send this to me. And they didn't charge me a fucking dime because I told them that I'm being gang stalked and whatnot. And I need the copies of my detailed bills to facilitate situations with law enforcement. And they sent me this box. There was a letter on here or not a letter, but an envelope with my name on it. But I peeled that off because it's not necessary. But you can see that this is a freshly sealed box. I haven't opened it. And this is what's in here. It's not a surprise to me, but I hope what's in here is supposed to be in here. And this is what I'm eating. The store brand version of Cheetos Crunchy. Yeah. So I do treat myself to some chips every now and again. So we bust out a pen and I can crack the seal on the tape. And these are my phone bills from, this is my detailed bill from January, supposed to be from 2018. Let's see what this first one is. From January 2018 to today. That top copy is, squeeze me. The top copy is from, my billing period is from July 24th to August 23rd. That's the top copy. Let's flip this stack over. That's a big fat stack of phone bills. Look at this. See all them detailed bills in there? All them calls in there? Boy, I sure did talk a lot in 7 years. So the purpose of me pulling this up, man, my bill was $223 back in December 24th, 2017 to January 28th, 2018. So these are all my phone bills from me calling into the Marfugel show. This is when I had open heart surgery. You'll be able to see who I called when I was in the hospital if I wanted to share that to you. Yeah. It's got telephone numbers and incoming, destination, the amount of time that I was on the phone. So this stack of paperwork right here is going to take me a while to go through it. But I really only need the first couple of years to do the little contest that I was going to do. I know this is boring to you guys, right? Is this boring to some of you? Diablo Radio. So, for the timeline that I need to pull up, instead of sharing my phone calls with you and going through my app and doing all that, which it's on this other phone and it's hard to charge because the plugs are wore out and I don't want to take it in and get it fixed and whatnot because I don't need to spend money if I don't want to. And this is another way that I can put this on a PDF and share it. And I don't need to share the conversations per se. I just need to share the call between this person and this person, me and whoever, and the length of time that these phone calls lasted. And there's a lot of phone calls here, man. Lots of phone calls. Funny, it says snapshot of your bill. Funny, that's the word that they used. That bill was $195. Holy moly. Well, that's not, my phone bill's $195 a month. But because I got wireless and device and another device and blah blah blah. So this is Goblin put a new song. Yeah, I probably will. So again, if you want to win a $100 prize, so to speak, you don't have to participate. I really don't care if you do or you don't really, but it's an opportunity for y'all to take a guess at how many hours. Squeeze me. We'll go with hours. We won't go with months. We won't go with days. We'll just stick to the hour. How many hours do you want to guess? Take your guess. Like the closest number to what I actually, because it's going to take me a minute to go through this. And it won't be real hard to go through it because I'll just breeze through it and scan it. And then I'll look for the Arizona call. You know, I'll go through it once. I'll look for the Arizona incoming call, and I'll know it's his number because I'll look up his number and I'll calculate all of the time that me and him spent on the phone talking together. And what is this one? 20. Okay. Yeah. Man, that bill was $333. Damn. Must have bought something. I don't know what. But I'll add it all up, and whoever's closest to the amount of hours that he and I talked, which I could probably pull up a page right here. This was from August 24th. Here it is. This has got to be one with them on here. Yeah, this is 21 would be a good day or a good year. Let's see, 2020. Yeah, right here. This is going to be a good one. 2020. I can pull this right now, and I could breeze through these few pages, and I could say, "Look, talk to him right here for 4 hours." Let's do that real quick. Here's one right here. Here's his number. This one we talked to for 162 minutes. 162 minutes. One phone call. That's just me grabbing it and looking for the high numbers. Phoenix, Arizona. Here he calls me again. 1 minute, 10 minutes. I'm going to look for Phoenix, Arizona. 21 minutes. Phoenix, Arizona. 84 minutes. Phoenix, Arizona. 7 minutes. Phoenix, Arizona. 2 in a row. 31 minutes. 26 minutes. Phoenix, Arizona. Let's see. Phoenix, Arizona. 69 minutes. Another one. 53 minutes. Phoenix, Arizona. 28 minutes. $10 minutes. Take a guess at how much time this is going to be. 24 minutes. 5 minutes. 14 minutes. 19 minutes. 17 minutes. He called me 3 times in a row and I didn't answer. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. You can tell how many times he calls me and I don't answer because it'll be for 1 minute. So that gives you an idea of how this is going to go. I know you guys like, I thought it was going to be something more interesting, something real cool. Well, to me, this is pretty cool because it shows me how many times I talked to Dex and Marfugal and Shauna and others. So it'll tell you my entire call log history with the Marfugal crew, no matter who it was. If you say, did you talk to so-and-so? I could say, yeah, I probably did. Let me look at my records and I'll confirm whether or not I talked to him for a certain amount of time on a certain day or whatever. So I know it's silly to some of you, but this is a very valuable tool if it makes it to trial, because he's going to try to, yeah, and I revealed it. So I'm giving you a heads up, Snafu Snaps. And, you know, look at all these, look at these bills, man. This is pretty much 7 years of cell phone bills. It's going to be more than 365 hours. Oh, I can tell you it's going to be more than 365 hours. I can tell you it's going to be around probably 2 months. 2 months of my life. You know how they say you sleep for 1/3 of your life? Yeah. I'm going to say to you guys, let's just put it this way. Between 1 month and 3 months, somewhere in the second, you know. So you go 24 hours times 30. I'm good at math. 600 something. Anyways, let's see. $24 hours a day times 7. Let's go. Now let's do, just make it simple. 365. 24 hours a day times 365 would be 8,760 hours. So that would be a year. So let's go. Clear right there. Go 24 times. Go 31 days. So 744 hours of talk time in a month. If you talk to every hour in a month. So I would say it's going to be over 744. Easily. My brother's keeper, Rip Curl, Goblin. I didn't even see you guys in here. So if you want to bet or place your guess, I should say, it's not a bet. If you want to place your guess with me, put it in the comments section of this video. Not here. In the comment section when the video is over with. If you know how to make a comment in a video, put a comment with the amount of hours you'd think that I talked to Snafu Snaps, and we talked for, I'd say mid 2019, kind of like July, might have been in June, but we'll just go with July, and until July of 2019 so it's about 3 years. About 3 years. That's a lot of hours, Rip Curl. That's 3 years worth of, that'd be like I'd be on the phone with him all day, every day. That's a little high, bro. I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say 850 hours. That's what I'm going to say. 850 hours. Which would be a little over a month. No, you know what? I'm going to say a flat 1,000 hours. I called him. I would call him, but at the end of our relationship, I stopped calling him, and most of the phone calls would be him calling me. Treeway thrice. Yeah, I'm going to say 1,000 hours, 1,000 hours for me. No, could be 482. I could be high. I could be high, man. I could be high. Oh, Origins, you originally said 1,000 hours. Well, I can't win, so even if you got the same number. 2,162 hours. That's what Rip Curl says. Well, you can put your numbers in here all you want. These numbers don't count. The only numbers that count no. Oh, you mean, yeah, what I just talked to? Yeah. That was just like in a week. It was just like 2 or 3 pages. And I probably got 10 pages per phone bill. So, hell, it could be more. Goblin, that's a lot of hours, bro. But your guesses don't count in this chat. They only count in this comment section. When this video's over with and you watch in the replay and you scroll up into the comments and you type a comment, that's where you have to put the hours, your guess. Yeah. Yeah, Lynette. So if I talk to him, and this is, think about it. If I talk to him on average almost every day, let's say it was only 5 days a week, because sometimes I had to take a break from him and I didn't answer his calls. Let's just say it's 5 days at 5 hours a day. So that would be 25 hours a week. So kind of think of it like that. Yeah, it would add up pretty quick, but I don't know about 9,000 hours. That's too many. I don't know. Do the math. I'll give you guys 2 guesses apiece in the same comment. So you have to put 2 guesses in one comment. Nope, not including text. Man, I smell weed. Must be a skunk. Gotta be a skunk. There ain't nobody around here smoking a weed. We got nobody smoking weed around here. So just think about it. Just think about July 2019 until, let's go with January 1st, 2022, the first day of the year. So try and figure it out. And whoever gets closest, you win $100. I don't know. Does that sound fair? $100? Just for some interactive stuff. And Snapu Snaps, you can even play along if you like. I'll let you play along. You fucking asshole. Oh, we could do Shauna. Or we could do Dex. We can play a game with Dex. You want to do another one for Dex? How many hours did I talk to Dex? I'd talk to him for hours at a time too. You don't know where she lives, Jethro. I do. You don't know where she lives. Mad Mystic, you got Jethro wanting to come and hook up with you. He's married, though. Jethro's married. But I think he said his wife is okay with a thruple. So we can do Dex. You can do Dex. You can guess how many hours I talked to him. We talked from October or we could do the Marfugal, because I'll have the Marfugal number, that number that you would call the Marfugal. We can do that. Or we could do deck. We could do the Marfugal telephone number, because I called this show. That would be a little easier for you guys to play. Some of you who were around, Tony would have the advantage of that, because she could sit there and think about, how many times did I hear My Mind Ain't Blind or Road to Prison on Marfugal? Oh my God, I heard him on there at least 10 times or 20 or 30 times, whatever it was. And you can I hate having the cheese on my fingers. It's even worse licking it off. I'm gross. So if am I smacking my lips like I shouldn't be? Yeah, we could play 3 games. We could play 4. You could play as many as you want. How many times did I talk to squeeze me? How many times did I talk to Red Pill News Dispensary? how many times did I talk to Squiggy? How much time did I talk to Dex? We could do that. We could play that game. Oh, and a buddy of mine told me that he just got his pilot's license, his private pilot license. And I was like, no shit, cool, bro. And because we talked about my brother and my nephew being pilots and owning their own planes and whatnot, and that I want to get my pilot license as well. And eventually I will. But I said, so when are you going to buy a plane? He's like, not anytime soon. Planes are expensive, and they're very, very expensive to maintain. You got to keep meticulous records, your flight logs and your maintenance records. And so anyways, he said that he's just going to rent a plane when he wants to fly. And I said, well, how much is it per hour? He said, where I would fly out of, it's $175 an hour. And I'm like, damn, bro. I said, that's not too bad, but it's not cheap, for a guy to go pay $175 for an hour. And that's fuel included. That's a wet plane, as they say. That means that you don't have to put any fuel in it. You get it, you use the fuel, you park it, they refuel it. So aviation fuel isn't cheap. So I told him, I said, well, whenever you want to go flying, bro, I said, you let me know, you give me a heads up, and I'll pay for an hour and you pay for an hour, and we'll go up and we'll go flying in the great blue yonder, and we'll go have lunch somewhere. And he's like, all right, cool, man. Fuck yeah. So, and I said, you can show me, because I already know pretty much, but I'm going to learn some more. And yeah, so I'll be going flying soon, me and my buddy. He says he wants to try and get himself. He's a younger guy. He's not older like me. He's a few years younger than me. He got plenty of ability to start a career, but I'll pay $175 an hour to go flying. Hell yeah, any day of the week. Fucking A. Hell, we could rent a fucking plane and go. We could go to Chicago. It'd take us, depending on how fast the plane goes, if we get a decent plane that does $120 easily. My brother's got a plane that does 175 steadily. They'd probably do 200 if he maxed it out, but cruising speed, it's like $175. And so a single prop, if you got $120 out of it, we could go to Chicago in a couple hours. Yeah, a couple hours we could go to Chicago. So it would cost me $400. But then I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, I'll have to ask him if it's $175 fly time on the odometer, and if you have it parked when it's sitting at a hangar or at the airport, do you pay while the plane is sitting still, or are you only paying for odometer hours? I don't know. That's a good question. So if it's excuse me, if it's only flight hours, we could fly to Chicago and go have lunch and whatnot, and fly back for $500 a piece. That'd be worth it. I'd go do that for a day. What I really want to do next is go take a helicopter ride and go over the city of Detroit, and they take you pretty close. That'd be pretty cool to see Detroit from a plane, or I mean from a helicopter. Excuse me. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Give me a minute. I'll be back. I gotta go to the restroom. Yeah, maybe I'll have to hire my. I can tell you who I'll hire. I'll hire somebody to go through my phone calls. I'll pay somebody a couple of bucks to do it. Go through my phone calls and say, this phone number, record all of these and highlight it and write it down. And yeah, it's be a good job for somebody that I know. There is no sky, people. All right, let's see. I don't know if that's possible in that. Them trains that do that are very, very expensive. So let's go through this comment section real quick. Yeah, I talk to him every day for 3 years, sometimes multiple hours at a time. Yes. Lynette saying that would be add up quick. Yes, it would be hours upon hours of calls here too. Right? Yes, not including text. Yes, in the comment section, not here in chat. You can say it here, but it doesn't count. It has to be in the comment section. Sorry, that was me token. No, that's not you. I can't smell your weed. Rip curl. We have all made peace. Even Tarek red blood, so we are all on the same page finally. Roughly 45,000 hours. No, that's way too many. That's way too many, Goblin. I don't think you're doing the math correctly, brother. You might be total hours, but I'm talking about me. There's no way that I could be on the phone with that asshole for that long. Yeah, Jethro. You don't know where she lives. I do. Okay. She'll come to you, huh? Yeah, okay. All right. You hear that, Mystic? Jethro wants you to come to him and hook up. Keep your fluids yourself. Paper planes are the way. Well, I could buy a plane. It's not necessarily a kit plane, but they're small. I wouldn't even need a pilot's license. I wouldn't even need to go to school. I wouldn't have to be taught. I just have to know how to fly. And hell, I could get an ultralight. Anybody can fly an ultralight. And then there's some mini fixed wing airplanes that, they're aluminum. There's like a little mini, like a smaller one is like the wingspan from tip to tip is like 14 feet. And you can only take up like a 250 pound maximum weight, which is, I'm under that. So, yeah. Give a baseline at least. I just did, didn't I? Didn't I? I should what? Get my pilot's license? Yeah, that would be awesome. 3 times I was in planes. No thanks. I love to fly. I want to actually go and I don't know if they have them anymore, but they used to have like the airplane experience where you could fly in a Spitfire or a Corsair from like World War II and you go do flips and shit. I want to fly in a jet. I want to fly in a Blue Angel or one of them. I want to take a ride with one of them guys, man. I want to, and then have them shut the engine off and have it and do all that. I want to do that. That would be fucking badass. I want to do flips, spins, fucking 5Gs. I want to, whatever it is, I want to do it. And I will one day. I guarantee it. I will one day. Maybe not doing 5Gs, but I'll get into an airplane with somebody somewhere that's going to take me and do some flips and spins and loop-de-loos and you name it. And if you know where that train is at that does $932 full circle around the entire United States border, share that with me and I'm going to do it. And I'll record the entire thing and share it with y'all. There won't be no sky people. Helicopters are less safe. No, they're not really. Helicopters, if you don't know anything about helicopters, my buddy's cousin owned one. And a small helicopter, a little 2-passenger, like one of them little mini ones, but, complete helicopter. And he's a very smart guy. He bought it and he literally tore it apart. Every nut and bolt, took it apart just so he knew how it operated and whatever, and put it completely back together again the way it was. And he got his license and he would fly it to fucking work, man. Right out of his backyard. And the rotor on the main rotor blades, if the engine shuts down, those things, they call them helicopters, the little things on a tree. It's like a single blade and they fall from the trees to the ground and it's like a helicopter. That's why they're called helicopters. It's got a little seed pod in the end, like one little wing, and it just spins as it falls. Well, the rotor is designed to spin enough. If you lose engine power, the blade will rotate enough like a fan, and that when you're falling, the blade will spin because of the wind that's moving through the blade and the rotors. It'll continue to spin. The blade's just not going to stop, so will you crash to the ground? And yeah, probably, because you can't control it, so you're going to hit the ground, but you should survive that situation with a helicopter as long as you don't hit another airplane. You know what I'm saying? Or do some stupid shit. And helicopters less safe. Adrenaline would probably be way more potent. Oh yeah, your stomach will be jumping all around. You'd do it for free. I saw some nice minis for like $30K. I've seen some for like 10. And, 15. I'm sure you could get a good deal, but 30s, you'd probably be a bigger engine, whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You might get some razor blades, man. You never know. Well, it's all good. I would have never thought that about helicopters. Yeah. Yeah. It would be wise to watch your videos. Just shared the link. Oh, is that what that was? It's $953. Shit. For real? For reals? All right, I gotta go to bed. Okay. And it goes right out of the Detroit area. 27 states for $953. The ultimate train trip from Boston to California. Glacier National Park, the Great Lakes and Niagara Falls, California's dramatic Pacific coastline, the vast deserts of Texas and Arizona, food and jazz culture in New Orleans. Well, they must have lowered the prices on this shit because it used to be like big time high. So it starts in Boston, goes up to the, yeah, I'll do that. And I can get on, I could get on the train here in the Detroit area. Or Chicago. No, I think that's Niagara Falls. I go to Chicago. I could take a train from Detroit to Chicago and then get on that train from Chicago all the way around. Oh, yeah. I might do that. Wonder how long it takes. Wonder how long it takes. Because you are on a train. Paradise, California. Yeah, I've seen that breakdown. But yeah, it'd be cool. Thanks for sending that. But anyways, I could go on and share this guy's stuff and share Clash of the Minds, OTW, but it's really no point. There's no point in even trying to figure those people out anymore. It's just silly. Just silly. All right, I've been on here 2 hours. I was only planning on doing like an hour, but I got carried away. Thanks to Modern Man Live for coming on here and just bailing on me without saying goodbye. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Maybe next time, Landry. 175 hours. Talking to Snaps. I'm going to say it's more than that. Easily. Oh, 175 hours. So 24. 8 days. That'd be all right. You're dedicated to it once you get on it. That's an 8-day trip, whether you want to stay on it or not. But it does have stops along the way. So, what do you mean that's him? What do you mean that's him, Leslie? Talking about Snafu Snaps, and that's him in that criminal record, or that's him what? Speak up. All right, let me see here. Yeah. Is Landry going to send me that information? Probably not. Oh, I just did a K fart. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's well, of course, sleepers. Well, that's where they get you. Where else? What are you going to do? 8 days in one of the little recliners that I couldn't do 8 days in that recliner. I couldn't do 8 days in them reclining seats. They go back a little bit, a little more in the airplane, but not that much. Unless I don't know. I guess I'd have to look into it. I've been on an Amtrak train. I took it from Detroit to Chicago, and Chicago to Nebraska, and somewhere in the middle of Nebraska. I did that because the flights were fucking insane. So, whatever. If Landry is not part of the game, he'll reach out to me. Like I said, I can't force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. If they want to share information with me, they can. If they don't, they don't. I don't even care. I do. I care. I want to get the information, but if they don't, whatever. 'Tis what it is, man. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be looking something up. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep in. El Diablo. Like I said, I like that guy. El Diablo. El Diablo. Oh, it is. Let me put my ear in. Let me put my ear in. Let me put my ears in. All right. What is this? All right, let me back it up. Put it on pause. All right, guys, I'm going to be busting up out of here, and I'm going to play Goblin Song. And going to bed. The song is called Is That What You Say? Is that what you say? That's what I say. That's what I say. Is that what you say? That's the question. Is it what you say? All right, let's play.
Yeah. Is that what you say? Is that what you say? Is that what you say? I hear the revelations, and it's spooky. Giving me goosebumps, ain't standing up. It's spooky. It's spooky. Is that what you say? Is that what you say? Tell it to me. Heard the revelations, and it's spooky. Is that what you say? The MMOs was working cause the lyricals was connected. Now I let heifers hang like the cross on my necklace. Used to rap that eye, jacket on my, here's my check. Disrespect off the next, red rum, got no ref. No whistle if starting issue, you blowing out the tissue. Both nostrils, I know you feel it's not. Need 5 for the 210s, you got me. Bust a box like it's nacho cheese. Till it's all, you better let it breathe. Still opposed to reaching peace, but rap more casual than up the sleeve. Still know about hidden means, ain't it obvious? Say you on pursuit like Oklahoma City, you acting fake, I'm from the real committee. Create a real time so you hear the MIDI. Help cut a couple words, I am pity. Read blue, got a glory on the floor. Rolled over Kevin's point, ain't that point. With purity, I found the allure, I ain't guessing. I know it's yours, used to bucket be slept on the floor. That paved the way for me back when I was poor. Won't never share a plan, only know exist. Learning early, watch your very son assassinate. It's gone for a fourth, like another off the planet. Written out a home in a year, you see what don't happen. Crowd gathered around, open ears till the steps, all they heard was dum dum ba dum dum ba dum. Transmission said, dum dum da dum dum da dum. The prophecy said, what? Pen